1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Chegou, sorriu, venceu, depois chorou, então fui eu quem consolou sua tristeza na certeza de que amor tem dessas fases mais que é bom para fazer as pazes mais. Depois fui eu quem dela precisou e ela então me socorreu e o nosso amor mostrou que veio pra ficar mais uma vez por toda a vida. Bom é mesmo amar em paz, brigas nunca sorriu, venceu, depois chorou, então fui eu quem consolou sua tristeza na certeza de que amor tem dessas fases mais que é bom para fazer as pazes mais. Depois fui eu quem dela precisou e ela então me socorreu e o nosso amor mostrou que veio pra ficar mais uma vez por toda a vida. Tão bom é mesmo amar em paz, brigas nunca mais. Bom é mesmo amar em paz, brigas nunca mais. Roberto Fontana. Woo! Hi everybody. Thank you for being here. Today I'm with Roberto Fontana, an incredible trumpet player, a great friend of mine, an immense source of laughter in my life. He always makes me laugh so much. And it's always an honor to play with this guy. He's such an, thank you for being here, Roberto.
Thank you for inviting me, Eddie.
That's okay.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. So I want to ask you about the trumpet.
The trumpet?
Yeah.
What about the trumpet?
Well, I hear that the trumpet is like the devil's instrument. It's really hard and you gotta... Is it true? Like...
Yeah, pretty sure it is. I don't know why I chose this instrument actually, but it gives me so many satisfactions.
Oh, wonderful.
And so much pain as well.
So tell me, like, why the trumpet? How did you get connected to this beautiful instrument?
Why the trumpet? I think I fell in love with its sound. Especially, do you know the soundtrack from the movie The Blues Brothers?
Yes, of course.
I fell in love with that sound.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that trumpet.
wow. Awesome.
And with the idea of the unique sound that everyone has on the instrument.
Wow,
so if we play the same note, same volume, same trumpet, it would sound different. It's like the voice, so it's unique.
Wow, that's cool.
It really can describe your identity in a certain way.
Totally. And is it a lot to do like with the voice, right? With the kind of breath work, breath support and all that, you gotta really...
Yes.
Yeah. And what about the lip thing? You know, I was interested, like, you know, like everyone, you know, like I've seen some trumpet players that have like a kind of like, you know, kind of deforms almost their lips, right? And that was a Dizzy Gillespie, right, with his big big cheeks, and you did like really cheeks. Aren't you scared about your beautiful face? Like,
It's probably, yeah. It's maybe because I don't practice enough.
okay, so you should look much worse.
I should.
So the better the trumpet player, the worse they should look. Is that what you're saying? No.
Yeah, the lips, let's say that whatever you do on the trumpet, it's not natural.
Okay,
so
sure.
you really have to force your nature and your
Right, yeah.
muscle.
Yeah,
And
of course.
every
So
day
big
you
muscles.
need to train your muscles to, to do something that they shouldn't do. That's
Of
why you
course.
need to practice every day, because
Right.
if you don't practice, you go backwards.
Yeah,
instead,
of course, yeah,
So-
absolutely, yeah. But that's, I guess, in every instrument, right? I guess the guitar's much easier, no? Like, there are some instruments that, like, sure, if I don't play guitar for 2 or 3 days, I can still pick it up at a certain level. But the trumpet has to, it's like,
Yeah, there was this fantastic piece of paper on the music stand of my first teacher, actually.
Yeah.
It was written, if you don't practice for 1 day,
Yeah.
you'll be the only one that notice it.
okay, sure.
If you don't practice for today, you and your teacher, if you don't practice for 3 days, everyone will notice it.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
I don't know if with the other instrument you have the same problem,
Yeah, well, I have a
Maybe you can hide a little bit better,
Yeah, yeah, I think so. Yeah, absolutely. But I do have a philosophy that like musicians, we're like athletes, right? We need to keep, keep training. You know what I mean? Like, but I guess like in my life and the way I conduct my practices, my playing. It's like if I'm playing a lot in a week, then I usually like tend not to practice so much. But if I've got some like couple of weeks that I don't have any gigs and stuff, then I'll focus a bit more on my practice and my training, which I think we all should like really focus. Even if you have gigs, you should always keep trying to improve yourself, right? And keep trying to improve your technique, your reading skills, your arranging
absolutely.
skills, your composition skills and stuff. Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
I mean, I try to, and actually I do, I practice every day.
Awesome.
And maybe it's because I'm getting older, but I need to do warm up and warm down before and after every gig as well. So.
Good on you. But that's a fantastic way to look after your instrument. Not just instrument, but your body as the source of, of the energy of your instrument. That's great. And like, when did you first hear the trumpet? How old were you when you started practicing and playing and stuff?
That's a very good question. I have no idea. So sometimes when people ask me this kind of question, I say I had a toy that looked like a trumpet, but it's probably not true. So
it's funny. Like my relationship with the guitar as well. I started very, very late. I remember. I think I was like 13 and asked my mom for a saxophone. I said, Mom, can I please have a saxophone? I don't know why. It just looks shiny and beautiful. And I don't know, who did I hear playing? I don't know. I was probably, Coltrane or someone, And anyway, I asked my mom for Christmas, can I? And I was like, yeah, she's like, anyway, Christmas comes.
a pajama.
Some socks. No. She gave me a guitar. And I remember going, thanks. I was so disappointed with the guitar. And he just said that, this guitar, for years. Until, of course, when I was like 17 years old or something. And then, I don't know, as I met all these friends, and they all playing the guitar, Like, I said, oh, that's cool. So I went and grabbed the guitar and started playing, And now I'm a guitarist, and it's funny. And my mom tells me to this day, says, see, I was right. I knew what you needed, So thanks, Mom. So tell me about your current projects. So you do a lot of gypsy jazz, some Latin music. And
Yes, a lot of gypsy jazz.
yeah.
Actually, there is a huge community in Brisbane, so yeah, we play a lot of gypsy jazz. I'm trying to play more jazz, more bossa nova, together with Eddie as well. And to experiment new styles as well, because I think that we always need new inputs.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
of course,
life is fantastic. Actually, before landing to Australia, I traveled around Europe for a long time, I would say, and I spent some months in some of the major cities in Europe trying to understand my musical journey.
Wow.
And I played with rappers, I played with in Munich, I played electronic music, I played a little bit of everything. So
awesome.
I really think that I want to explore more.
Yeah, wonderful. And isn't it amazing? One thing that I've always realized, I guess, with music is like, you can make friends so easily, right? It's like a community that we have all around the world. Even if you don't speak the same language, you can just, connect and have a conversation. I mean, share like almost like a really deep experience, right? Through just playing. Isn't it incredible?
That's true.
Isn't it cool?
It's, it's fantastic because actually the music is a bridge, between different backgrounds, cultural ages. And maybe that's why my English is not so good after all.
Your English is fine.
After all these years.
You never need to speak to anyone, right? So just get my trumpet out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
But yeah, I like to think that the music is a bridge, and there is no violence in the music. There is no hate. There is just, I don't know.
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't want to say just love, but it's a bridge.
That's beautiful. That's amazing words. That's fantastic. Can you tell me about some of your trumpet heroes? Who are the trumpet players that you listen to at home? Who are, I guess we all want to learn about it. I mean, who should we, apart of course from listening to you and to your great music.
So, of course, my first love was Chet Baker, but I think it's pretty obvious. Of course, Miles Davis, Dizzy Gillespie, Freddie Hubbard, Lee Morgan. Yeah. But I would say that my greatest influence is a couple of Italian guys, actually. One was my last teacher called Franco Piana.
Yeah.
There is so much stuff on Spotify. Actually.
Really? Franco Piana?
Yeah.
He's from Rome?
Actually, he's from the north of Italy.
Okay, sure.
But he lives in Rome.
Okay, sure.
And another guy that is quite famous now in Italy is called Fabrizio Bosso.
I've heard of him,
I listen to him probably a bit too much.
He's done some Brazilian stuff too, right?
Everything.
He's amazing.
Everything.
Cool, man. Awesome, fantastic. Beautiful. Cool. What else I wanted to talk to you about? Like, where do you see your journey going? Like, are you recording anything? Have you got any projects that you're trying to do?
Yes. Right now, in this very moment, I'm trying to record and release a few songs.
Awesome.
Like, I have released the first one with Eddie, actually, called Estate.
It's beautiful, yeah. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you.
so beautiful, because I played the song for many years, but I never recorded it. And then I went to record it, and oh my God, it's actually a really challenging.
It is.
Challenging tune, to sing it, to improvise and stuff. So yeah, guys, if you have the opportunity, go to Spotify. Look for Roberto Fontana and listen to Estate. I get to sing a little bit, which is fun.
And also, I want to release some new songs, some originals as well, and some standards, known and less known, with other musicians. All the musicians that are part of my musical journey in Australia and not only, I would say. Yeah.
Awesome, wonderful.
There will be some surprises, yeah.
So I've heard some of your beautiful music and stuff. Like, I wanted to ask, as a trumpet player, right, as a melodist, how do you compose? What do you use to write your harmonies? Do you play like, okay, that's the one, that's the third. Do you know what I mean? How do you come up with chords and stuff like that? Do you need to learn a harmonic instrument like piano or guitar? Do you use that, or do you just,
That's a good question. First of all, I need to say that my composing journey has just started.
Okay.
So I don't feel comfortable enough to give tips to other people.
No, but imagine like other trumpet players or sax players, flute players, singers and stuff, I feel that, like everyone should learn a harmonic instrument if you want to get into the journey of composition, right?
I agree.
Okay.
Like, of course, in this type of instrument, you don't see what you play, so you don't even see your fingers.
Yeah, sure.
So you don't know what you do. That's why I think Coltrane said something pretty useful about
valuable,
it. So all of us, especially horn instrument, we should learn a little bit of piano.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. I have a keyboard at home.
Yeah.
And because I can visualize what I do.
Sure. I understand.
Some of my compositions were made starting from an idea, and then I found
the
chords.
harmony afterwards. Cool, that's great. So you
yeah,
think of the
with the
melody
piano.
first, and then you add the harmony later.
Even if I need
Yeah, that's beautiful,
to, I
yeah.
need to tell you that some of my last compositions were made with other people. So I was mainly focused on the melody, while there was someone else focusing on the harmony.
Well, partnerships are incredible.
It's
And
much easier,
Yeah,
honestly,
sure, of course. Beautiful. That's fantastic.
And especially because, you know, in two people you can find many, how can I say, some of the most common paranoias of, you know, composing something that maybe is too simple, or something that is too catchy,
complex, yeah, sure,
or too complex as well. So you need to find a balance that describe what you wanna play. And
Sure, of course, yeah. Well, feeling
So
you wanna share, I guess. You
it's
know,
a nice process.
It is, right? Yeah, composition is crazy. It's magical. I was talking to our friend in common, Nico Yaya. He's trying to help this other friend of ours to write some lyrics, and he was like, Eddie, I just, you know, he was spending hours. I spent like 6 hours today, and I can come up with, you know, with a different melody. And it's honestly, like my experience with compositions, like sometimes a song will come to you, boom, in an hour you got the whole thing, the harmony, the chords, the lyrics, and some songs will just take years, right? Like it's so interesting, it's so funny. But that's, you know, I think it's all about showing up, you know, being there and working at it.
It's practicing.
Yeah, exactly, like with anything, right? Yeah, awesome.
That was a good question.
Cool, man. Well, thanks so much for being here, Roberto. Should we play one more song before we go? Awesome. So what are we playing?
Insensatez, or How Insensitive by Jobim.
Cool, and yeah, this, you probably know this, but he's my favorite composer in the whole world. Yeah. After you, of course.
Okay. Thank God.
Oh. Thank you, everybody. It's so good to have Roberto Fontana here. And if you liked, don't forget to give it a big like and follow. And we'll see you very soon with some amazing more musicians. Thank you, Roberto.
Thank you, Eddie.
What an honor. Ciao, bello. Thank
Ciao,
you.
bye.
If you really like it, you want to support us, don't forget to go to the link down below and go to our Patreon account where you can help us keep going. Thank you so much. See you soon.